Hey guys, welcome to Morning Mayhem. You guys know I'm on vacation, but we were waiting for the verdict to come in. Please let me know if you can hear me. I would greatly appreciate it. And let's do this thing. I am so excited. Yeah, thanks, Jamie Palmer. Yeah, I just rectified that. Can you guys hear me? I'm guessing you can. So, and I guess what's more important, can you hear the people kind of chattering in the live stream? I know, Robin. I wasn't expecting you to be here unless there was a verdict. But it's Friday, and there was no way. I think they were going to be sequestered until they had a verdict. So they're probably, yeah, let's get this done. Do I have any predictions? I'm saying not guilty. Although shooting the guy in the back makes me want him to be guilty, but I think some of the jurors weren't going to like that prosecutor. He came off as real, like, if you guys don't get it, then you're kind of dumb. Bye, guys. Love you. Awesome. Thank you. Can hear both. Okay. Thank you, guys. Woo-hoo, I'm so excited. This is our first after the bars verdict. And you know what's crazy? Hey, everybody. You know what's crazy? I couldn't find it, the live stream. For some reason, it was like hidden from my browser. It was super weird. And then, so I went to the pharmacy to pick up my meds, and I came back, and I was like, I gotta find this because I did not want to miss it. And bam! Right when I found it, I heard chattering in the background. It was dead air, and then I heard some chattering in the background, and then I was like, oh shit, what should I do? Because we were going to go get a bathing suit for Hazley to swim they have like a water slide here at the hotel. And I was like, oh man. And Mariana's like, just go live. I was like, I'm going live. See you guys later. So, yeah. I don't know. The prosecution looks pretty smug and confident. They're probably just faking the funk. Do you guys know what I mean? Faking the fizzunk. That's what they're doing. That's what I would do. I'd be like, yeah, we got this. Hello, John. You know it's going to be a good day. I just went to look for my vape, and it was within hand's reach. I didn't have to leave my live stream to go look for it. I am looking like a true pro right now. Ay, Dios mío, vete pa la pinga. Man, can I get ones in the chat if you are... No, let's not use ones. Can I get a 2 in the chat if you think he's guilty? A 3 in the chat if you think he's not guilty. 2, guilty. 3, not guilty. I think not guilty. I do, but I won't be mad either way. I won't be mad either way because of the way he shot him in the back. But if that guy was really, it's all God's will, and this could be prior karma from this guy. I just found out last night that they kept out of the trial that this guy has a bunch of domestic violence charges. Yep, he sure does. He sure does. But I'm glad they kept it out of the trial because that has nothing to do with. But for us as viewers and as spectators of legal stuff, we like to know that stuff because it kind of shows he might be a big POS. All right, here we go, guys.
Are we ready to bring the jury out?
Yeah.
Before we do that, I would just like to say a few words to the folks in the gallery.
Yep.
In a few minutes, we're going to be receiving the jury's verdict. I just want to
We
remind you about the importance of the decorum of the proceedings and that you're to refrain from any outbursts or emotional responses, whichever way the verdict turns out. So thank you. And with that, let's bring out the jury, please.
No, this is live, AV Steve. Nobody knows the verdict yet. This is live.
Please make sure all your phones are on silent.
All rise, jury entering.
Roger that, Iceman.
You may be seated.
Ooh, I bet you he's nervous.
Madam Clerk, you may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Foreperson, could you please stand? Thank you, sir.
Wish I could make that bigger.
As charge ID 228154C, which charges Jason Levesque with the offense of attempted murder, do you find the defendant guilty or not guilty?
Not guilty.
And the verdict is not guilty. All members of the jury, please say all.
Oh, I have goosebumps right now.
Would you like the jury poll?
I told you guys.
And as to the second charge ID 2228155C, which charges Jason Levesque with the offense of first-degree assault.
Guilty.
Do you find the defendant guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
Guilty.
And the verdict is guilty on first-degree assault. So say you all members of the jury.
I knew if they found him not guilty of attempted murder, they'd find him guilty of that first-degree assault.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. That concludes your official jury service. At this point, I would ask you if you wouldn't mind staying for a few minutes in the jury room afterwards. If you have time, I'd like to come back and just have a few words with you afterwards. So I'll be with you shortly. Can you please ask the jury to be removed? Or tap the
They're
jury?
calling me Shirley. Don't call me Shirley. I can't remember it. It was our favorite movie. Remember, Steve? That and Strange Brew. It was beauty, eh? I kiss you, Pan, but I got puke breath. Fun brothers are happy. Yeah. And don't call me Shirley. I'll kiss you, Ben. I got you, Chris.
Council, is there anything further we need to discuss at this point?
Your Honor, with the attempted murder case resulting in an acquittal, we will ask the court to schedule a bail hearing so that we may be out on bail pending sentencing. I'd ask that it be sentenced, that we have that bail hearing within 10 days, first or second week.
We just requested a bail hearing.
Council, do you have a position on that?
Yeah, I accept that it's a material change of circumstances, and I don't object to the bail hearing, but certainly will maintain our position.
I think that makes sense. I mean, you're aware of what the standard is at this point, it's, that this court has to apply. And so I will give you that hearing. So, Madam Clerk, do you have a date for when we can schedule a bail hearing?
Friday, April 4th, if that works for everyone.
April 4th.
I think would work. That would be the best I can do the next week on the trial.
We could do 11:30 if that works.
2 weeks.
Thank you.
Very good. Very good. Thank you all.
Beat him.
Well tried case.
Yeah, his lawyer was good. Remember, guys, I said at the we'll watch him leave the courtroom. I said at the opening statements, I was like, wow, this guy's good. And the guy lived. So there's that. I don't think he tried to kill him. But the back shooting, the back shooting is makes him the lowest of the low. Steve, because he did get found guilty of aggravated assault. So now he'll have a bail hearing on the aggravated assault charge. And not for almost 2 weeks, though. I'd be upset about that. The rule is within 10 days. But because the other guy has a trial, the defense attorney has a trial, they're just going to let it go 2 weeks, I guess. And they're not going to object. Let me turn that down. Hold on, guys. Yeah, so that's crazy. Gotcha, Steve. Okay, gotcha. I'm feeling a little froggy this morning. I got lots of rest. You can tell by the look of my face. I have some color back. I woke up this morning and I looked in the mirror. I was like, oh man, this rest thing is really feels nice. Right? Yeah, that the prosecutor is going to be like, look, this is a little bit more than just aggravated assault. He was charged with attempted murder. He's going to ask for the maximum bail, which will probably be, but the guy's already done a bunch of time waiting for this trial. So he most likely will get time served on even any sentence that he would get as a first-time felon. He might even get an adjudicated sentence, right? So where he can, no, he does have some PFMAs, partner member family assaults, or partner family member assaults. He does. I don't know if those are misdemeanor convictions or felony convictions. I'm assuming they're misdemeanor convictions because he is not a prior felon. Because he had a gun, and that wasn't an issue. They didn't charge him with a felon with a firearm, and that would have went federal. The ATF would have taken that and charged him federally for the felon with the firearm. Because the Treasury Department has a big issue with that. The Treasury Department, not the judicial department. It's not that, but It's not a judiciary 3-letter agency. It is a Treasury Department, the Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearm. I don't know if everyone knew that. I just thought I'd share that little bit of information. Like they don't coincide with like the FBI and the CIA. They're a part of 2 different departments of the government. When I found that out, I was like, what? That doesn't even make sense. Because, they're prosecuting people criminally. But it does. That is what it is. So yeah, once I found out, so it's curious here and curiouser, right? When I found out that he had some domestic violence, that of course I wanted him to go down for the attempted murder because he's a hothead, obviously, and which means he's a danger to the community. Obviously, he just blasted somebody for going out there and just getting in his face. And I said many times yesterday, if I had a gun or didn't have a gun, I'm not a gun guy. Even before I was a felon, I just would have fought him with these if he threatened my family, right? So I don't know. One of those things, man. One of those things. But he will get a little time for the aggravated assault. But he might have time served. He might just get time served. You know what I mean? Question, Sam. Are you on vacation? No, I'm not. I was dragged. So most of you guys know my wife's friend Dee. She does a podcast with him, Babes, Breakdowns, and Breakthroughs. Her best friend is here, was here in the state visiting a family member. So my wife and daughter had planned to go visit them. And at the last minute, I was pressured. And it really was pressured. Like they wanted me to go. And they used, they're like, well, you need a break anyway, so you should just come. And she said, you can do whatever you want, just, hang out at the hotel and work on your computer. Because I do have a lot of stuff to do with some editing, some videos. And, it was sold to me like that. I'm glad I came now. We couldn't afford it. And that's why I didn't want to come. See, that they weren't going to get a hotel room. They were just going to go stay with them it was just them two. And they were just going to stay with them at the family residence of Dee's family. But because I came, we had to get a room and stuff, but we did get a place where Hazley can go swimming and they have like a water slide here. But yeah, it's just one of those things. So I am not on vacation. I'm with my wife and daughter on their planned vacation. And basically I've just been like, here working on some stuff, trying to get something going on the channel. And then, when they went out last night, of course I had Hazley and, we went to Target and got some coloring stuff and, had fun. And so they just went to get a bathing suit so they can go swimming today. And so I'll probably take Hazley swimming, while the girls go do whatever they go do, girl stuff. So yeah, I was brought along to be the daddy babysitter. Basically, which I'm not mad. The more time I can spend with my daughter, the better. So, all right, I'm going to get to the comments because I see a lot of things that I don't have any context to, and I want to join the conversation with you guys. So, Robin, hey, welcome to the show. Lisa White, how are you doing this morning? Jamie Palmer, thank you so much for being here. My Own Eyes and Ears, hello. Gaga, good morning. How are you today? Linda, thank you for being a mod and helping out this morning. Such short notice. I didn't even have a thumbnail up. I just went up and loud and whatever. I was going to say loud and proud, but Lisa White, how are you? I already said good morning to Lisa. Thank you so much. Thank you for being a member also. Lisa, Jamie Palmer, how are you? Did I already say it? If I repeat your name twice, it's just because I'm a hot mess. John Lazon, how are you doing? Elizabeth S., how are you doing this morning? So good for you to be here. Woofy woof. Hey, Sam fam. That makes me happy. Elizabeth Hugs, how are you? Elizabeth. Now I'm reading. I'm going so fast. I'm reading comments as names. Elizabeth Hugs, thank you for being here today. I should just do that. Woofy, hey, how's things? How are you doing today? Thank you for being here. Trying to behave. Good to see you. Thank you for being into the show. Never heard of you before. Thank you for being a new subscriber. Okay, I'll stop. Ghost Rider 611. Thank you so much for being here today. It's good to see you. Okay, I got to get it together. Get it together, Sam. Samster. AV Stevie. It's so good for you to be here. Steve, I got a technical question for you. I need a mic preamp interface for my computer. And what's the best one? I know I could get an M box and then like a regular mic PA preamp thing. I know I could do all that. I don't want to do that. Is there anything that you know of? I know Rode has one and it's like $400. I don't want to get that one. That's way more than I would need. But like, so I need to preamp a microphone and use it for streaming. So if you get a chance, help me troubleshoot that. Because I have an effects board and I want to use that, but I have to preamp the mic into that board. So, Tabby is Irish. I love that. Tabby is Irish. Hey, thank you for being here today. I'm not familiar with this case, but yeah, it's basically, it was over snow. A guy came home after snow plowing. His neighbor came out, threatened his life. The guy shot him 5-6 times, and he just got off with attempted murder. But if you heard the whole case, you would probably agree with that verdict. Maybe not. But thank you for being on the show. Thank you for interacting with the chat. Appreciate it. Please click the like and subscribe. This isn't usually how it is. I'm not usually just like here in a day old t-shirt in a hotel room. I do have like a studio at the house, and we do a lot of different shows. Or maybe you haven't been around, or else you would know the case. Yeah, we do everything from, we're recovery first. So like we celebrate birthdays and milestones. And if people have any issues with like cravings, we stop and we help them. We pray for them. We believe in the God of the universe. I'm actually a Christian, but but I've been other things before that. So I do. But we're open for everything. We like all the information, and things could change. And that's not to like pander to the audience either. I would do it for my own spiritual growth. I've lost a lot of subscribers because of what I believe in. So, Shannon Trim, how are you doing today? It's good to see you. So glad you're here. Shannon. Thank you all for all the mods helping out today. And James Collins Cares, good to see you today. Thank you so much for all that you do. I'm going to text you after the show. Just want to make sure I don't miss anyone that's in the chat. Robin Bliss. I'm going to say hi to you again, Robin. Thank you so much for being here. I feel like I haven't seen you in a while. You must not be able to make the early morning show, the Morning Mayhem. I might change the time of it, or just do 2 shows or 3 shows, or just when anything's breaking shows. Comment. It's price to see Casper happy. I'm always happy, dude. But I get what you mean. When I'm like goofy and silly. Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate it. All right. Oh, Nona of two, it's good to see you. Thank you so much. I put up your thing earlier, but I don't think I said hi. How are you doing today? Good to see you. Thank you for being here. I haven't seen Nona. That's Nana of two. I haven't seen Nona 2-4 yet or Caddy Connie. Hopefully they catch the replay. Well, that's it, guys. V McWilliams. Hey, I knew that you were here because I seen you before I went back up. How are you doing this morning? It's good to see you. Hopefully you're having a better day than yesterday. I definitely prayed that God would show you where all the grace lies in all the situations. Thank God the man survived indeed for many reasons. We don't want people to die. And the other reason is that this guy would definitely they definitely would not have found him not guilty had he been unalived, because it was, no matter what the guy would have said, it wasn't worth his life, right? He hadn't brandished a weapon. And I thought about this last night because we're like, well, he doesn't want to be looking over his shoulder. So it was self-defense because he did threaten his life. And then let's just say if he did come back and say, what, you don't believe me? Then I think at that point you call the cops, because that is illegal to do that. It's illegal to threaten someone's life. And then it's definitely illegal to double down on it. Do you know what I mean? So that's what they would have said had it been a unalive trial. I know it's dumb that we can't really, we can say it once or twice, but we can't say it like a bunch of times, or else the video will get not pushed out there. Not so much really care about the monetization on, every single video. I will sacrifice a video if it's things that we need to talk about that get demonetized. I will sacrifice that every time. But hopefully we wouldn't have to do it every time. It's fine, possible. I can get over 5 times in the back. Yeah, I know. Neither can I, Victoria. I really can't. It's one of those things. It's one of those things. But it's all God's will. God's will, God's plan for it all. I have to believe that because of my life, everything that's happened to me in my life. And Nana of two, you asking me questions like it's never nosy. I'm on YouTube with a microphone in front of me and headphones on, saying, "Hey guys, you can ask me. You could ask me anything. You could ask me, did you get high last night, or did you drink? If you guys were worried about that, ask me. Or you know what I mean? You can ask me. I guess what I meant by that is that you can ask me personal questions. Nothing is off limits. Like really nothing. Nothing is off limits. I've given that right away when I decided to be a I don't want to say personality. That sounds grandiose. But a guy on YouTube who's showing his face and giving you his name. Now I have the right to say I don't want to share that, but I definitely have lost the right for it to be wanting to know. Sam, you were the driver. Yes. Yes. That's exactly right. You're so smart, Victoria. I mean, but I've always said I have the smartest community on YouTube. I mean, there can be some that are more scientifically smarter, that like talk like what's his name? Or smarter than me, at least, that what's his name? Lex Friedman, like his community, like they get into the G13 space modulator wasn't coinciding with the they talk about all those goofy, crazy, weirdo things. Yeah. Is Angie Mo here? And Pam's here. Hey Pam. Hey Angie. Good to see you both. I knew you guys would make it eventually if I stayed on long enough. I'm Ruth M. How are you this morning? Good to see you. That's what I should have did. I should have just went to the bottom and just started going backwards. Shannon Trim, have I said hi to you already, Shannon? If I haven't, good morning, Shannon. How are you this morning? Well, it's afternoon. It's noon here. It's about to be noon in 7 minutes, which means it is almost noon in California in an hour and noon everywhere else. Wanna Love is here? I didn't see her either. Hey, Wanna Love, I want a whole lot of love. Whenever I say hi to you or good morning, I always think of that song rings in my head. I just happen to be in a good enough mood to like actually sing it out loud. I want a whole lot of love. I want a whole lot of love. I need you, babe. If AV Stevie is here, he's probably laughing. Hey, Steve, do you remember when we got that 5 CD box set of all the Led Zeppelin remastered CDs? Do you remember when you got that? I remember when you got that. I probably stole one of them, or at least borrowed one and forgot to give it back. Because I remember I had like one of the discs out of that remastered set, and I was like, where did this come from? Heather Rhodes, hey, how are you doing today, Heather? It's good to see you. I'm basically just, hey, Mother Bird, how are you today? Thank you for being a moderator, and thank you for all the help that you do and information you provide in the emails. You too, Linda. I really appreciate all the links that you guys provide and suggestions for the show. And anyone else who does that, I really appreciate that. We have gotten a few good things. I try to. I really do. I try to. So quick story. Check this out. I got a quick story. I want to share it with you guys. I want to share this with you guys. This is a personal story. So I used to work with this gay guy. He was homosexual, and I have no problem with homosexuals. I grew up with homosexuals. My brothers, I have a gay brother. I am the least homophobic dude there is. Like, I bodyguarded for a drag queen twins in Hollywood for a little bit. They were called the Chanel twins. I think I've told this story. We were all drinking one night, and we were all like leaning over this bar table, and I leaned in, and for some reason I just gave her a kiss. I don't know if I was so drunk I forgot that it wasn't a guy or what, but we kissed. Like, I've admitted that I'm not a homophobe, and I didn't like beat the dude up later for, making me kiss him, some weird redneck bullshit, that some homophobe has. So anyway, I say all this to say this. So I worked with this dude who was gay, and I won't say his name. I don't want to dox him, but he had an issue with me because of my politics and the way I rolled, and I was a federal prisoner, and he just assumed that I had a problem with the LGBTQ community, and but he assumed wrong, right? But I'm not going to go tell him like, hey, I don't have a problem with you. I've kissed a guy before. I'm not going to go tell him that. That's dumb. I don't need to tell anybody that. I really didn't even need to tell you guys that. It was like a drunken thing, and I forgot. These were like famous drag queens. Like, they looked like women. I'm not saying that to justify it, or I'm just saying those are the facts. That's what happened. So anyway, I don't have a problem with that's their business. They can do whatever they want. Now, as a Christian, there's, some things that I could say, it's a sin, blah, 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 but that's whatever. That's still on them. It's not for me to judge. This dude thinks I had a problem with him. So I called him out on it. When I left that shop, I stated all the reasons why I left that tattoo shop, because a lot of people were like, dude, why'd you leave that shop? Why'd you leave that shop? You were like, awesome there. I'm like, I'm awesome anywhere I go. And I owned a shop at the time. I just went there to have them do my booking. So anyway, so I said, yeah, this dude, what did I say? He like, man, I can't remember what I said, but basically it was saying that, that he was prejudiced against me in reverse, right? Oh yeah, he didn't like it that I was a white male. He was prejudiced against white males. He's like said that we were like all tattooed and angry and homophobic and all the things, right? Like all these things that I'm not. And so I put it on blast because that's the way he treated me. So the dude's husband, because he's married and like all my friends went to his wedding. You know, I didn't go. I wasn't invited. So why would I go, right? So the dude's husband hits me in my DMs like, you know, you're a punk, you're a bitch, you know, anytime, acting like a tough guy, I say, hey, check this out, bro. Don't call me out like that because you don't want to see me ever. You don't. I know how to fight. I'm a fighter, and maybe you do too. But trust me, you don't want to see me. You just don't. And I don't. I'm not trying to be a tough guy, but you just don't want to fight me. I don't fight people because I know how to fight. I respect that I know how to fight. So I don't fight people because I don't want to hurt people. And I'm a lover. I'm a lover. I became a fighter because I had to stay alive in federal prison. That's why I became a fighter. But I don't fight to like be a bully. I'm a bully's bully. If I see you bullying someone, then I'm not going to come from a place of love. I might pray for you afterwards, but I'm not going to let you bully somebody. So I've always said I'm a bully's bully. Anyway, this guy tries to bully me in my DMs. So I just said, look, bro, you don't want to see me. So just stop. The only thing that's keeping you alive is that I'm a lover now. That's it. So he kept going. So anyway, fast forward to now, my wife's best friend is friends with this guy. And she hurt her knee this morning at the dog park. And so she asked my wife, hey, is it okay if this dude's husband can come over to the house and help me take care of the dogs and like coexist with me while she's house sitting and watching her own dogs at my house. I'm dog sitting the dogs while she's in a battered shelter. I've already talked about all that, a battered women's shelter. And I said, no way. He's not going to be in my house with all my expensive things and like my personal stuff. He's not going to be, I'm not going to let him there without me being there. And especially because I've never gotten an apology from the guy. Am I wrong? I'm not wrong. Now, granted, nobody's saying I'm wrong. I'm just wanting to let you know what I'm going through this morning. Just wanted to let you know, my little Joes. Yeah. So anyway, I would love to make amends with this dude, but before he can come hang out at my house, I need a big old apology from him, and I will accept it gladly and be his friend, But I'm definitely not doing it first, and I get it. A lot of you guys will be like, "Well, no, why don't you do it first?" That's what Jesus would do. It is what Jesus would do. And look, I can't do what Jesus would do all the time. I can't. I try. I do a lot more what Jesus would do than I used to. But no, I just need I need an apology from him because he started it. Now I sound like a 2-year-old. Now, you know what? I'm going to convince myself that I need to go apologize first. That's what sucks about being a lover and not a fighter anymore. I'm going to talk this out with you guys out loud, and I'm going to realize, you know what? I'm being unreasonable. I'm going to go shake that dude's hand and apologize to him. But wait a minute. He was in my DMs first saying, you're a punk, you're a bitch. Everyone see me, boo, 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 boo. Come on, man. You're being a 2-year-old. But now I feel like a 2-year-old for not going apologizing first. But damn it, I'm going to stand on that. I'm not going to do it first. I'm not going to let myself talk me into it, because I will. I'll talk me into it that I'm being unreasonable and that I need to be the bigger man. But nope, I'm standing on this one right now today. Yeah, he does need to apologize first. Thank you, V. McWilliams. Thank you. Because you guys are on my side on that, I will not do it. But you know how I am. But not on this one. Not on this one. I'm too heated. Not like right now, but I was then. I was too heated. It could have drove me to go drink or something. I'm serious. That's how bad it was. Like these guys were trying to tell the world that I'm a homophobe because I left the shop, and because one day I said, because every day I'd be like, hey George, I don't want to say the dude's name. I'm sorry. I'd be like, hey, bro, how's it going? Did you guys have a good night? And he always look at me like, what, huh? I didn't hear you. And finally I was like, okay, I get it. He doesn't like me. He thinks because I'm a prison guy and then I don't like, gays. And, that's his belief. He doesn't know me. I'm not going to try to convince him to like me. I always just come from a place of like, hey, bro, how's it going? Hey, bro, I'm here to be your friend. With all the other artists, I was like that. But, people want to be judgy and weird. It's jealousy too. Why? Because I'm a kick-ass tattoo artist. I am. I'm one of the best here in the state, not just the town. When I'm on point, I'm one of the best tattoo artists in this state. That's not ego. That's truth. So, and you know what? I always forget that. And it's a lot of it's jealousy. But don't tell me that I don't like gays. I kissed a boy, which I totally regret and did not enjoy. Yeah. Anyways, that's why I don't drink anymore, America. Let me just say, I don't drink because of that reason. If I could just tell myself that every morning, I would never have another drink for the rest of my life. I mean, I won't anyway, but. Comment, Jamie Palmer. Let's read it. I totally get that. I will talk myself into being the sorriest person on the planet, sometimes for things I have nothing to do with. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm getting at. Especially if I'm saying them out loud. And my therapist, she'll have me do that. She'll just not say anything, and she's super smart. But she'll let me, because she knows I will talk myself to the answer, to the right answer. I get what you're saying, Jamie Palmer. Yeah, I will totally talk myself to being the sorriest person on the planet sometime, and for things I have nothing to do with. I know that's a little separate from what I was just saying about with my therapist, but yeah, I am that way. Exactly, Jamie. I appreciate the comment. I'm totally that way. I see John's got a comment here, but it's all in caps, so I shouldn't even do it. But I love John. People have to show they want to change first, then apologize. Keep them away from your house, family, safety first. Yeah. I don't know if it was that deep, John, but exactly. I agree. Definitely not worried about my family safety with this guy. Definitely not. Yeah. I almost said something that wasn't nice. Not about you, John, about the situation. Any other cool comments out there? Whew, got my heart rate up a little bit. I don't even know why. Not in a bad way, just in I get excited when I talk sometimes. All right, I'm gonna go back down to the bottom. Well, guys, there you have it. I just wanted to thank you, Ruth M. I appreciate that. Do what brings me peace. Yeah, and that brings me peace. Not having to worry about that person there around my things. You know what I mean? It could be something as petty as him just being in my bathroom and doing something to my toothbrush. I don't know people. I know people can be disgusting sometimes. So yeah, don't want the guy there. No, do not kick John out for doing caps. He's more than welcome to be John. He's our redheaded stepchild that's allowed to be here and to do whatever he sees fit. No, not whatever he sees fit. I take that back. But he can talk in all caps sometimes if he wants. But he gets the moniker of stepchild. I wonder if there's anything else. Jesus lost a lot of followers too. It's our job, Sam, to bring them back. That's right. We are part of the commission, and we are harvesters. I am called to be a harvester. I just do it in a lot of people like to be out there loud and proud. I am loud and proud. Everyone knows who I am, but I am definitely not here to offend anybody, and to try to convert them overtly. We'll just leave it like that. My other's keeper said something the other night, and I was like, ooh, I'm going to steal that. I want to steal that. And now I can't remember what it was. I'm going to have to go rewatch our broadcast of when I went and did my testimony on her channel. I'll have to rewatch that so I can remember what she said. She said something that was brilliant. And yeah, it was awesome. It was awesome. Heather Rhodes has a question. Can someone enlighten me about what the big deal is about caps? I'm really not sure how typed words can be such a problem. Yeah, that's right. It does bother some people. I think just because to be used correctly, I really don't know what is the etiquette on all caps. I just know that it's yelling most of the time. People consider it to be yelling. I type in all caps on other people's in other people's chats too, and I've been asked multiple times politely. It's never been an issue. Like, hey, please don't type in all caps. You seem angry, and like, oh yeah, cool. I don't want to seem angry at all. So I think that's what the deal is with that. Yeah. And so but I do, for some reason, my caps lock is on all the time. I must do things in other parts of my computer experience that I use all caps often. So then when I get to people's chats, my caps lock is on. I don't know what John's problem is. I just think he likes to be different and oppositional. Just kidding. My caps button is fudge. Yeah, I get that too. Heather Rhodes goes, alrighty. However, that's right. Yeah, there we go, Robin Bliss. I'm not angry, just loud. What's up, MFers? You know what I mean? That's right. Who's trying to get froggy today? Who's trying to get froggy? Nobody. You know why? Because this is After the Bar's Morning Mayhem. And for real, I have a 59 person hit squad. What should I call it? A 59 person, because that's how many people are here. 61 person cleanup crew. You know what I mean? I don't know what I'm saying. I'm trying to a 3-man. I got a 2-man hit crew. I used to say this thing about me and my workout crew. We're a 5-man. I can't remember how I used to say it, but it was like, all of us together, we're unstoppable. And that's how I feel about me and my community. We're unstoppable. We can go anywhere and help people, fix people, or fix what needs to be fixed and help people that need help. We are the good Samaritans of YouTube. Again, that's a little grandiose, but that's how I feel about us. Motherbird says, question. So I was late. Was the guy guilty? No, not guilty. Not guilty. Yeah, but guilty of an aggravated assault, as he should be. As he should be. Team of Samsters. That's right. That's right. We are the Samsters. Hold on real quick. I'm going to go grab something. All right. Had to grab me juice. I know it looks gross. It looks curdled, right? I don't know. I don't know how I drink these things. Doesn't always taste the best either, but I get them to get, and I get the sugar-free ones. as I'm eating a whole package of Peeps. I know I'm a contradiction. So what do you guys got planned today? Hopefully fun. It's Friday, right? I want to make sure it's Friday. It is Friday, March 21st. It is actually payday for all of us who are YouTubers, which is always nice. Yeah, I get to catch up on bills. I get to pay all my little subscriptions that keep the channel going. So it's pretty awesome. So I do like the 21st. Sam, have you read my email? No. Guess what, though? Right when I end the show, I'm going to read emails because the girls are gone and I'm going to be able to catch up. Let me, I can actually go to emails right now. See if there's anything that is muy importante. See, everybody's real name is on the email, so I can never know who's who until I read them. I bet you this is, no, that's Wanna Love. Oh, I shouldn't be doxing you guys like that. Who's emailed me, who hasn't? That's Pam, did you email my Inside the Mind X email or the email from my legal channel? If you've emailed me, I will get to it today. I promise. I mean, I assure you, I will get to it today. Good catch. Good catch. Comment. I am hoping to get an antique store and live stream it on my channel. It'll be my first stream ever. I'm not sure how often I'll post on there, but we'll see how it goes. Jamie Palmer, I would love that. And I love antiques. I actually have a few little collectible antiques. I love them. I love anything to do with sailing. So if you ever come across any sailing stuff, I will buy it. I love sailboat history and lore and anything antique sailboat. I showed you guys my old navigating tool. I love sailing things. I love knotting, like doing sailing knots. I love knowing all those. To bring my girls on the boat, I would make them, they would have to learn knots before they could come on the boat. Because I might need them in an emergency to do certain things, and they would need to know those knots to do those things for the safety of the crew and the boat. So yeah, they would have to. So I would give them a rope, and it was like this long, and they would have to, learn knots. Of course, like the first knots were like half hitches and square knots. The easy knots, some slip knot stuff. But then as they got older, I would need them to know, more intricate knots. Super cool. But I digress. It would be nice to have a sailboat again. That's for sure. They are so expensive. When I worked at Microsoft, I could afford it. Anti-Monkey Pants. I did see your email, Anti-Monkey Pants. Did I respond to it yet? I'm catching up on all emails today. I'm gonna sit there with my iPad and Magic Keyboard and just like sit on the bed and do emails. I love doing emails that way because I can voice text the email, and it's just a lot easier. I can look at links within the email. I don't have to like open up new tabs like I do on the computer. It's awesome to do emailing. Cool. The 7th of March. Really? I should have already seen that one. I'm going to check right now, Pam, just to make sure that I got it. I got a lot of emails on the 7th. I must have had a good show or something. He said it might same binder. Yes, I did get it. With the Aaliyah. Yes, I remember that. I do remember that. Yes, and I downloaded those images. And so what I do with my tattoo designing, and so yes, I did get it. I'm sorry I did not respond. No, I did respond to you. Yes, I can do that. Yeah. So yeah, you did send me an email back with the images. So what I do with the tattoos, I have a program that so I do everything in priority. And so I have like all the artwork I'm gonna do in priority. I guess it's not priority, but it's like as they come in. Let me check to see where those are. Hold on, someone's knocking on the door. Hold on, real quick. It might be Mariana. It's okay. Yeah. So the artwork that I'm going to draw. So I just kind of have a list as it comes. Let me just check to see how far out you are. And I should have told you that in email, and I'm sorry I didn't. Watch yours be next. I bet you it is because I don't have a lot of stuff to do. It is next. Yeah. So like in the next couple of days, I'll draw that up and then I'll send you the artwork. I draw really fast. I draw really, really fast. I just seen you said there's no rush. Yeah, no, I get it, but I will do it and you're going to love it, Pam. I promise you're going to love it. And I know it's for your back shoulder, is where you were thinking of getting it. So I will draw it to like fit there. See, I remembered that part. Well, I hope I got that right. It's for your back shoulder, right? You're welcome. God is good, Linda. Question: would you consider returning to Microsoft if it was an option? Yes, I'd return in a second. But they would have to. I would entertain it, but it would have to be like in a creative position, in like designing systems for clients. So what a lot of people don't realize that Microsoft has a lot of clients, and they take on big clients like whole other corporations, like big banking institutions mostly. There isn't one bank out there that runs on Apple. It's all Microsoft technology. Their server systems and their systems, it's called SMS, their systems management server. All that technology is second to none, like the security and all of it is second to none. If I could be brought on as like in a creative position, which was kind of almost what I was doing before, and like work like 3 days a week and from home, I would do it in a second. Yeah, I sure would. And I know a lot of people went to go work from home when COVID hit. Like almost everybody worked from home. Yeah, become a consultant. That would be awesome. I know I could put myself out there as a consultant. It would be another thing though, right? It'd be like, tattooing, YouTube, consultants, all the things, dad, husband. Yeah, it'd be a lot. Okay, guys. Regarding the antique store, I'm not sure if they ship items. I'd have to find out for sure regarding the antique store. I thought you were gonna open an antique store or were thought about opening an antique store. No, I don't, Shannon Trim. Do you know anything about the Diddy case and the judge being paid off? No, but I'm gonna look into it like right away. I did hear rustlings of that. I didn't know if anything else had come out about that. But I do have like a secret. I follow somebody on X that I kind of keep secret. That kind of seems to know things first. Do you know? They don't have a YouTube channel. They should. They'd be brilliant. But they probably like, oh, I got so much else going on. They are truly an do investigative journalism, and like I kind of like cheat by using them to kind of get things. But I think a lot of other creators do too. So yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna, as soon as I go off, I'm gonna sign on to X and go check that out, see what's going on with that. But that's interesting. If there's anything that's breaking, I will come back on later in the afternoon. But the girls are back and they're probably gonna want to go swimming. So Sam, I just emailed you about that this morning. Oh, okay, Mother Bird. I did see that. Maybe that's where I heard the rumblings when I just said I've heard rumblings, was from reading your email. Yeah, you guys are on it. I don't ever have I don't ever worry about like missing something. I might be a little late, but I never be too late to report on it and to kind of stay on top of it. Hey, Russ is here. Hey, Russ, love and respect to all. I'm at work, can't reply, but love to all. Yeah, it's good to see you, Russ. I did see your message on coming on the show the other day. Way late, way after. I usually don't have my phone with me as I'm doing the live. So, but yeah, Russ, we need to get you on and we need to talk about yard time. We're going to start doing the prison talk show as soon as possible. I just need to get the graphics and everything. We could just come on and just start talking prison stuff. Probably just do that. What? Okay. Look at this little guy or gal. I just called you a guy. Look at her.
Slippies.
Look at her slippies.
Bunnies.
They're little bunnies. Oh, I love her so much. Okay.
Thank my mom.
Thank my mom. Yeah. Okay, guys, I'm going to take her swimming. I love you guys so much. You guys have a great day. I might be back this afternoon. Actually, just plan on it. I'll probably just pop out this afternoon to talk about some stuff. If we hear anything new, I'm definitely going to look into the judge being paid off. I think he has. I think I've said that before. Federal judges are not adverse to being paid off. They all have cars and go into parking lots and can be approached by people that offer them lots and lots of money. So, people know where they're at, the people who have the money to be paid off.
I need this for the camper.
So we'll see. We'll investigate it and check it out together. I love you guys. That's it for this morning. Be well, everybody. Blessings and love from me and my family. We love you guys so much.
Like and subscribe.
I'm not going to. Yeah, she said like and subscribe. You almost have to now, right? How could you deny her of any kind of like and subscribe? Look at that, right?